councillors fear services could suffer if a £5.5 million black hole in special education funding is not filled. Managers at Stoke-on-Trent City Council say it is proving extremely challenging to deliver the service within budget, having used now-depleted reserves to meet deficits in previous years. The authority has unveiled plans to expand special school provision within the city in order to cut the amount spent on costly independent sector places, which is a major drain on council resources. But the council's Children and Young People Overview and Scrutiny Committee was told it could take up to 5 years to eliminate the overspend. Committee members raised concerns that with the reserves depleted, cuts would need to be made in future in order to balance the budget. Warmell School, in Chell, and Kemble School, in Blurton, are set to be expanded. Councillor Kath Banks said, "I know that everyone is working hard on this, and councils across the country are suffering. But I just fear that we are going to have to cut services, and people out there who need this support aren't going to get it. That's a real worry, and I don't really know what we can do about it." Earlier this year, the council announced plans for 2 new special schools and expansions of 4 existing facilities, following a 35% increase in demand in the last 4 years. The current lack of provision in Stoke-on-Trent means some children are having to attend schools outside the city. This results in more money being spent on both school fees and transport. These factors resulted in a £4.8 million overspend in 2016-17, which was met with £3.7 million from the Dedicated Schools Grant Reserve and underspends elsewhere. Louise Rees, Director of Children and Family Services, said, "The problems with special educational needs run parallel to the issues with social care. Not enough places in the city pushes up costs. This is going to be tackled over a 5-year period. We are going to need time to pull back and overspend like this. One of the reasons for the big overspend is that we haven't made cuts. Clearly that isn't sustainable, and so we now have a very clear direction in how we are going to deal with this. We are doing the right thing, which goes beyond our statutory requirements." Officers told the committee that the issues faced by the City Council's learning services are not unique to Stoke-on-Trent, but are seen across the country. Committee Chairman Sean Pender blamed the problem on government funding cuts. He said, "We're seeing the consequences of continued austerity. The challenges are huge." Janine Bridges, cabinet member for education, told the committee that the council's approach to shrinking budgets was yielding positive results. She said, "When we have used reserves, we have invested to save, and we've seen results. We've put money into early years, and we are now seeing the fruits of that investment in improved school readiness." Opposition councillors have previously raised concerns at the rate at which the council was spending its reserves, saying this was not a sustainable strategy. But Anne James, cabinet member for Health and Social Care, said that councils which held on to reserves ran the risk of having their funding cut even further.